Oh, pizza. Could you say this might be best buds with suds and the best suds with okay buds? Okay, I don't really feel like waiting. Andrew, I love you. We're gonna talk plenty. There was a beer I mentioned on one of the previous ones. Oh, and I was at Walmart in Wahiwa, which is Filipino town on the island. It's a wonderful place. Wahiwa, wow, wow, wow. Yeah. And they had 3 cases left in a back corner. And what it is, and I can't believe I'm going to be on this saying I like this. What they have is this Coors Light beer. Okay, 92 calories, no sugar, and it's organic. Organic barley. Here's the back. Organic barley, organic hops, and water. And it smells like beer, not like chemicals. It smells like fucking beer. And I'm going for a nice little pour. Little aggressive on it. I don't care. I'm drinking some beer, man. Yeah. Coors Light beer. They came out with an organic beer. I always hated Coors. You know what's funny is I really hate a lot of light beers because they taste like they came from well no like high fructose corn syrup like it just tastes nasty. This one, honest to goodness, I can't believe I'm saying this. It smells like a light German beer, like literally a light German beer.
Great. I just realized my mic was muted. So welcome to the Beercast, the show with good suds and best buds. Braveheart, that's Mike. Mike, they can hear you the whole time. They couldn't hear me. That's all right.
Are you going to edit it, or are we going to leave this all in? This is live.
Nope, right? Not editing shit.
Oh, you know what? Go on ahead and mute yourself again. Me and the people are just going to have a nice little conversation.
All right. Bye.
So, believe it or not, I'm bringing Coors Light on the Beercast, and let's see how it tastes.
It's a very specific Coors Light, but yeah. Does it taste organic? Can you taste the organs?
Hey, look. It's overly carbonated,
right.
like a lot of American beers. It's way too carbonated. It tastes like a fucking like soda,
Yeah.
but not in a good way. And it tastes like a light beer, and it tastes like a Coors. So I'm not saying this is fantastic. This tastes like if you took a piece of sourdough bread and stuck it in water, and then put that in your fridge, and you took it out, and then took the bread out and carbonated it through one of those fucking fizzy streams or something.
Yeah.
That's what this tastes like.
Huh.
But kind of good, kind of good. And for a major corporation, I always end up drinking, what is it, Michelob Ultra?
Yeah.
Like the organic light beer. Because that one's the one I like the most out of all the like shitty
big domestic
major
beers.
Corporation light beers.
Yeah.
This one beats that one. This actually beats out Michelob for me.
Wow. That's good.
It's done real easy.
Wow, it looks good too. The color is nice. It looks like very refreshing.
You can even see how carbonated it is. It's got a lot of bubbles.
Well, yeah.
You know.
I wonder too if probably not, but I was going to say I wonder if they have to extra carbonate for the trip to Hawaii. Like I wonder if I doubt that they do that.
No.
No,
I don't think it's that, especially because most things that come here are like made here, but I don't think this was made here. But I know American beers in general are just extremely carbonated. And yeah, believe it or not, like when you're in Germany and you go to a brewery in Germany, the beer isn't carbonated at all. It's not. It has a natural carbonation, as in like the sugar and the hops farting and whatnot.
they don't add
But
anything.
it's going to taste way more flat than what we're used to here.
Okay. Interesting.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think you're muted now.
No, I'm muted. I'm muted on
it's a technical difficulties day.
Yeah. No, I muted on the Facebook because I was.
That die? Oh, my headset didn't die. I think it's on your end, Andrew.
It's on mine.
Headset's still working.
Hold on.
I wish the people could hear this. I have a new text message sound, which is just a fart noise, and I'm people are like messaging me about our July 4th plans tomorrow, and I keep hearing fart noises in my ear as we're trying to do this.
That's funny.
Yeah. Would this be called a podcast? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a podcast.
But Andrew, you can hear me, right? Give me a thumbs up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll entertain the people. Yeah. So, I heard the jokes the other day, and what it was, what do you call a man who goes in for two beers in the brewery? Yeah. You say what? Okay, what? You call him Tim. Tim likes to order 2 beers in the brewery. Yeah. You know what makes it for me is when I see Andrew just go like.
You can't.
Want me to try to change my headset?
Are you? Is your
That does
headset?
anything?
Is your headset?
You're back.
Okay,
Whatever
so
you just did fixed it.
your headset is attached to your phone then, not your computer.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. All right, then.
Do you mute our Facebook conversation?
Yes. Can you mute on your end on the Facebook? Because my mic is picking you up. Even I can't go all the way down for some
You're
reason.
getting a double?
Yeah. So you mute on.
Is that better?
Say something.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and
Yeah.
3, and 4, and 1, and 3, and 4,
Yep.
and nipple.
Yep.
And
That's good.
nipple, and nipple.
And nipple.
And nipple.
Okay.
And ding, turkey's ready.
Ding. Fries are done.
So
okay.
Beer.
So I didn't realize that you were getting audio from the phone. I thought you were getting audio from the Discord. So that's what happened. All right. So it was my fault.
Do you want me to start over? Let's start
Nope.
over.
All right.
Okay, so I have
Well,
this
hey.
beer.
Hold on. It's my turn. God damn it. So I've got this is from Flashpoint Brewing right here in Huntington Beach. Very small little brewery. It's awesome though. Everything I've had there so far has been really good. This one is called. It is an American IPA. It's called Beer is Food Too.
Oh, beer is food too. I
It
do
is.
agree. Beer is food
It has
too.
an ABV of 5.9% and no IBU score. So, luckily, Mike, you'll like this. The brewery is so small. There's no information on it. It's in Huntington Beach, and so that's it.
Insane.
It's very small. I don't know how old
They
it
must
is.
have just gone public.
It looks like it's been there for a little while, but it's maybe it just hasn't picked up enough attention or something. But I can tell you, if you go there, it's in this little corner, surrounded by auto shops, and parking is not great, but it's worth it. It's actually, it turns out, I guess, Huntington is becoming sort of a. Okay, and the webcam is dead. This is great. We're doing great.
This is really one of our best. On the YouTube stream, it's still going. I'll let you know if I see it cut out. Ping ping. Hi, Christy.
Beer can. Well, anyway, so it's in this little. I guess Huntington Beach is kind of becoming a brewery hotspot. There's been a bunch of breweries coming up, so.
Trendy.
Yeah.
What does it taste like? Oh no, I know you're trying to focus on the technical issues.
Yeah, hold on. I think we
Christy,
might. I think
come say hi to the peeps.
I think we might be done with the beer. I think we might be, because this is the problem every time we do it. I think we might not be doing the beer cam anymore, which sucks. Hi, Christy. Which sucks because I like the idea of having a beer cam, but
just hold it. Did you eat beef jerky or something?
hold on.
When your wife smells like beef jerky, you put everything else on halt. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's just take a second. So, it's in this nice little spot. It's near a neighborhood, but it looks like it's a sort of a wealthy neighborhood. So they're dicks about parking. But here we go. All right, there it is. There's the beer. Hold on.
You know what? Now I just see suds.
No, it's just beer.
Yeah.
Crap. There we go. Hold on. Seeing this in real time.
Oh, look, there it is. Ooh, it's got a nice red color to it. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard of Flashpoint. I don't know why.
I think because it's maybe just because it's from Huntington Beach. So I think it's been around for. That's why I'm surprised there isn't a whole lot of information about it, because I felt like I'd heard about it. I'd heard of it too, but
Huh.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Nice. Smart. You look. See, Andrew's good with computers.
Whoop. Okay, there we go. Here it is. Bam! All right, beer. Here we go. Mike, cheers.
Cheers, buddy. Good to see you.
Clank
Good
Sam.
to be here with you.
All right.
Clink it and drink it, buddy. Not all of it, though. Talk to me about yours. Oh, that's IPA.
You would hate this beer.
I don't even know if you like it. That was an intense face. You look like you just got fucking pissed on.
Who says I don't like that? No, this is actually really very good. It's very hop forward. It is.
I'm amazed.
Well,
It's so hop. I'm amazed it's so hop forward for only 5.8% alcohol.
yeah. And for how red it is.
Yeah, it's almost a sour. Is it a sour or a saison?
No, it's not soury. It's just it's very bitter. It's like plant. It's almost it's like grass. I'm drinking grass. Huh.
But not like Rolling Rock, where it kind of tastes like grass for some reason.
Right. No. It's much more intense. Oh, well. It's like Rolling Rock if it's been rolling for a while.
It's super IPA.
Super rolled. It is tasty, though.
I don't know if I've ever seen you dislike a beer. I'm gonna ask a new question. Andrew, what is the beer you dislike the most that just comes to mind?
I mean, the really shitty one, like Natty Light, Natty Ice. That's just not...
How about a microbrewery that you had a beer and you were just like, that's not for me?
I don't know, because usually by the time I get really creative and try stuff that's I might not like, I'm already a couple in, so it's a little fuzzy to remember. You know what? There was a I usually don't like the artificial like honey style beers. There was one we did in when it was Beers with Braveheart. There was one we did early on, Pollination. I can't remember the brewery, but it was just you could tell how fake it was.
Yeah,
maybe,
I hate chemical flavor too.
It could have also just been, I don't know. It could have just been the day. It was so early in the brewery, in the Beercast stuff, anyways, that maybe like I hadn't. No, but that's actually more of a reason to not like it, because that was before I knew. I was gonna say before my like palate had kind of matured a little bit.
It's okay to not like something. It's okay. I'm happy you could come up with one. Oh, it's weird that I actually ended up not liking, no matter how much I wanted to like it.
Huh?
Was that fucking British style pub ale that was in Paso Robles? No, what's the area that's towards Los Angeles from us, just past Carson? It's a real rich place.
Palos Verdes?
It's near Palos Verdes. There was a English brewery we went to. I don't know if you were with me, but I went to. And everything was London style, so it was very like the Rooster Ales, the Boddingtons. Yeah. And I tend to like that. Huh?
Boddingtons?
And you know what's funny is I didn't like any of their beers, and I wanted to like them.
Huh.
But I wanted to like them so bad I wouldn't tell anybody I didn't like them. I was like, this is great. And in my head, I'm like, why don't I like it? Like,
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Is it's hard for me. I was trying to think of a beer that I didn't finish, and I finished my beers.
Oh no, I didn't ask you.
No. I know. That's what I'm saying. Is I was trying to remember. I was trying to use that as a way to think of a one that I didn't like. Does that make sense?
Oh, don't stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
There's another one we did.
Stop it.
I think it was Beelzebub. We did on the. I think it was the Halloween episode. Way back when. No, wasn't a fan of. That's also, here's the thing too, is that it's a little bit of a. You know what? The Three Philosophers, the one we did in the very, very first episode.
Yeah.
It's fine. I still have the other three in there. I just haven't. Part of it is it's almost 10% alcohol too, and it's like, I just want to hang out. I don't want to.
Yeah, this isn't even about flavor.
I wanted to relax and have a beer. I don't want to have a 10% alcohol beer right now. Yeah, I wasn't of the ones that we've done so far. I wasn't much of a fan of that one. But yeah, there's a Beelzebub one. Oh, that's what I was saying. Is it's hard because most of the time the beers that I pick for this show, I couldn't pick stuff that I think I'm gonna like. So it's kind of a skewed. Yeah. It's a skewed thing.
I will say, just like a lot of major corporation beers, the warmer this gets, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's I can tell. It's like, remember, we used to drink Old English?
You used to drink Old English. You and Popeye did. I didn't.
Oh,
I
by byproduct, you did too, just by being around us, and we were the only ones who bought alcohol.
I remember doing it once or twice, and just like, why? This isn't. No one likes this. What are we doing here?
I was like, drink it while it's really cold, or else it tastes like wet newspaper.
I remember. I think it was Joe came back. Joe was in town. Yeah, I think it was like one of the first times he had come back since he had turned 21, and he was way into malt liquor. I think he was more into the idea of being into malt liquor and shocking people by saying that he liked malt liquor more than he actually liked it. You get what I mean? He just thought it was funny that, like, anybody want to... I'm going to go get some Steel Reserve. Anyone want one? I'm like, no! Nobody wants
your brother
one.
really likes shock value. Like,
yeah.
You know?
He's definitely into the idea of it more than... Well, he was.
Although, you know what? He was a fucking mad scientist when it came to shots.
That is true.
Captain Morgan mixed with Goldschlager, and it turned out to be amazing.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let me kill this, and I'm going to go get my second beer.
All right, sounds good.
Are we going out with
Woo! That is a tasty beer.
Honey,
Yeah, the aftertaste on this.
in the journal. I'll be out there in a minute.
Jenny, get back in your sail. Don't make me get the hose again.
Janice will be here at 6. You can text her to come earlier if you want, but I'm drinking beers with my friends.
I tell you what. Oh, he's in trouble. Uh-oh.
I made the wife angry.
Whoops. Jenny, get back in your sail. Don't make me get the hose again.
Okay. Ooh, that sounds really good.
All right, so here's another thing. This is what I think you would like about Flashpoint is this is the can for, and you see on the thing, this is the can for was it Beers Food 2, and then here's the label that they use for the next one.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same.
Oh shit.
They're so small that they just like, hey, we got a custom one, and then it just has on the side. You've probably seen this a bunch of places. It just has just write the info. But all right, so this next one that I'm drinking is called Purple Tears.
I already opened mine.
Okay, well, you know what to look forward to for mine. What you got?
Thank you. I found, also at Walmart, Guinness Nitro Cold Brew coffee beer.
Is it actually coffee beer, or is it just coffee made by Guinness?
It's 4% alcohol.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
I mean, I know you tend to do research on this stuff, and I know I wanted to surprise you.
No.
But if you wanted to do a quick Google search on it, it literally just says Guinness Nitro Cold Brew Coffee, beer with coffee and natural coffee flavors, 4% alcohol. Let's see here. I'm going to go for the pour. I'm going to pour it like a traditional Guinness, assuming that's how you're supposed to pour this.
Yeah, I would think
Which,
so.
with Guinness, it really is right down the middle. Yep, there it goes, right down the fucking middle, man.
Coffee nose, perfect balance.
Look at that. You see it?
Wow.
Here, let me turn the light on. Maybe that'll help a little bit.
See, now that you have that, you're the one who needs a beer can. So you can just let that sit there.
Can you see it? Should I hold it closer?
Yeah, nice. That's great.
Oh.
I love Guinness, man. It really just does not. One of the first places that we went to so far since being vaccinated and things have kind of opened back up is we went to O'Malley's on Seal Beach, Main Street. and I got all I got was Guinness. I didn't even get food. I'm just like, I just wanted Guinness. And God damn, it was so good. How's this? What does it smell like?
It smells like slightly, barely sweet cold brew coffee. And I'm going to say this in a good way. I know everybody likes to shit on Starbucks. It smells like the inside of Starbucks. A little bit of sugar in the air.
Because they use so much sugar, everything gets airborne.
And then I smell Guinness.
Wow.
I know, man. Like, I wish I could show it on the camera. I'm actually getting some goosebumps.
Oh, man.
This smells ridiculous. Okay. It's not bad. The smell is way better than the flavor.
Okay. Interesting.
It tastes like Guinness and like wood, weirdly enough.
Okay, you get like a piney, like a woody afterbirth.
Sorry, hold on. My earbud. I was a phone call there. We were just having a rough episode
It's just
today, but
we're having a day.
Having a day. It tastes like Guinness. It tastes like cold brew.
Okay.
It also tastes like weird water. You know what the funny thing about it is? It's not a good cold brew and it's not a good Guinness.
Oh no. Is it the Christian rock of Guinness and coffee?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna easily be able to drink these. When I say I don't like it, I have 3 more of these. They're gonna happen tomorrow during July 4th. Like, it's not a problem. I'm not saying it's horrible, but and I'm very proud of being able to say, like, I'm not buying this again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
I don't really like this.
Glad.
It doesn't taste bad. It tastes like a Guinness. It tastes like a really flat Guinness. Like somebody kind of watered it down with some shitty coffee.
Okay.
And it doesn't taste like cold brew coffee because I have sensitive teeth. And cold brew is supposed to be less acidic than normal coffee. And this is immediately hurting my teeth.
Oh, wow.
As if it's not cold brew.
Huh. Interesting.
You know? So, I don't know. It's good. Okay, your beer. Fuck this beer. What are you doing over there?
This one is, again, from Flashpoint. All 3 of my beers are from Flashpoint. This one's called Purple Tears. Oh, I had... Uh-oh.
Purple Tears.
Uh-oh.
Pierce! Pierce! Get the Pierce! Pierce!
I had the Pierce! Get the Purple Tears, Pierce!
Pierce! Pierce! Juan! We want one, Juan!
Juan, I got the ABVs mixed up on this one and the next one. This one is not 5.4%. This one is 9.6% alcohol. It is a golden strong ale, as you can see. It's a Belgian style. I should have paid attention a little bit more. All right, well, here comes the 10%, baby. All right, you're supposed to do it in a pint glass. Golden strong ales you do in a pint glass, apparently. Okay. Keep it right there. Oh, it immediately smells delicious. I can smell it. Well, I should also note that I have my fan.
It's not like what happened to me. My smell was wonderful, and the taste was not so good.
A byproduct of it being hot is I have my fan. You can't see it; it's at a camera, but it's pointed right at the beer. So as soon as I opened the beer and poured it in, I got a waft. This smells.
You got a little waffer.
So good. Oh my gosh! It smells.
You got a waffer thin smell.
It smells like juicy fruit, gum.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh!
I'm fingers crossed. It tastes good, man. Because I'm telling you, mine smelled amazing, and then.
Oh no! It is gonna. Oh, that is tasty. And then there's 10% alcohol right at the back. Yeah.
I don't know if you actually like that. I think you might be being nice. I don't know.
No. That was good. It's like very fruity and like light and sugary. And then once you swallow it, then the aftertaste is alcohol. No, that was really good. That is a dangerous beer because it... Ooh. Now it's hitting me. It tastes very light at first. Like, it tastes like it's a light, like a nice, light, crisp, refreshing beer. And then, now that it sits, it's like, that's a heavier beer.
What are the flavors in the beer? Are we talking like berries? Because I'm guessing from what you kind of said, it's kind of a berry.
Berries. More like apple? Like green apple, kind of? Yeah. Very green, like, not quite green apple. Like almost like a Gala or like a Fuji apple. You know what I mean? That's interesting. A little bit of berry. And then there's the 10%. There it is. It comes right in, right at the end. Wow.
Nice little shot of vodka at the end.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's very cloudy. I mean, there's still tiny little bubbles.
Sounds like a sour.
It's not sour at all. I mean, I guess when you start getting up there in the alcohol percentage, well, all right, I take it back. It's approaching sour. Like, we're on the road to sours. But we haven't.
Yeah, you said it's not like a green apple flavor.
And not so much green. I was wrong. It's more like a Gala apple. So it's not quite red delicious.
Yeah,
but
it's apple.
Yeah. Apple.
Matt Stickman would like
Apple.
this.
I think he might, actually. And
An apple?
it's 10%
An apple pen?
Apple pen. Yeah, that one's good. Yeah, it's heavier than you think it is too. That's so weird. It's an interesting experience. It as you're drinking, it's like, oh, this is nice and light. So you take a big sip, and then it's like, once it hits your gut, then it's, oh, this is a heavier beer.
Jesus, that's weird.
That's kind of cool though. But yeah, golden. We've had other golden ales, I think. Definitely the one I had, the Russian River I had in April, the Damnation was another golden ale. But this one's a golden strong ale, so this is actually a little bit different. Yeah, okay. Interesting. You would like this just Flashpoint. It's just, I mean, it is kind of hard to get to, just because the parking is so weird. But once we're there, I mean, it's a nice, cozy little brewery, and they don't have their own restaurant, but they have, they bring in people. So the last time when I was there, so I went with the social sciences department after it was like the day after graduation, the day after the last day of school, and we were there. They had they'll get like a little taco truck. They had a taco truck there, just making tacos right behind us, and they'll rotate people out. But no, it's just this cool little spot, and you can tell like people there know what they're doing and they care about what they're doing. Not a very big brewery. Like, they had some big. You know what I would compare it to? It's like 2/3 the size of Enegren. It very, very much felt like Enegren. Just a little bit smaller. They didn't have those. I mean, that's built like a German beer hall too, but so they didn't have that. They just had outdoor seating, just standard, like, standard patio furniture you would see. But that was nice. And then there's another one right around the corner, Four Sons, which we did do a Four Sons way back when I had my Canadian friend, and they have a Wayne Gretzky beer that everything's 99, so it's 9.9% alcohol, 99 IBU.
My God.
And it's good.
My God.
But yeah, you would like this. You would like this place at least.
Cheers to you, Andrew.
Cheers.
I know, but for people looking at me from right here, I know I'm being recorded right here. I see Andrew up here. That's why I keep looking up here.
Yeah.
Cheers, Andrew.
When I look down, or if I look over there, that's 9.7. Okay, I'll say this much. It's getting harder to drink. That 9% is coming a little more forward.
I don't know if I've ever had a 10% alcohol beer that I like.
Really
At the
liked.
end of it, I was like, this is amazing. I know. Every time I get to the end of a 10%, and I've had a double bock at the monastery. And when I make this location sound amazing, well, I want you to know the beer was insane good.
Yeah.
Um,
Because they've been doing
but
it
I had
for
a double bock.
years.
At this monastery in Bavaria. That was the place that Karl Orff spent most of his life at the later end of his life in this one monastery where they brewed beer, and they had a double bock that was like fucking 8 to 10% alcohol. And I remember trying it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is the best beer ever!" And you get halfway through it, and by the way, it was a Moss, so it was a fucking liter. Halfway through it, you're like,
I don't want this anymore.
You don't want it. And then you kind of like, you look around and you realize nobody gives a shit. Your brain goes like, they're all going to judge you if you don't want to drink the rest of this beer and call you a freaking pansy. And you're like, you just start powering through beer that your whole body is just against.
I think, I wonder if that's part of the, that might just be the American in you too, is that we're taught it's very rude to not finish. And also like, beer and alcohol and liquor in general is so taboo until you're 21 that it just ingrained in us that like they don't care as much as we do about it. It's like, I mean, it would be like you didn't finish your water. Like, what? Okay.
They're like, who cares?
Yeah.
And then also don't forget that I'm like, I paid for this. I have to finish it.
There's that too. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go get my third beer.
All right.
I got sushi.
Oh, sushi sounds good. Not so much right now because this is heavy. Oh boy, this is getting rough. But we finish our, as much as I just said, we feel bad. We finish our beers on this show. No man left behind. Not a chugging beer. I'll give it that much. This is not a beer that you can chug. We didn't rate our last beers. Or these beers. We should rate these ones. Yeah, I don't think we've really been doing that too much like this whole time. Because we get caught, because you and I just start hanging out and talking, and then...
Well, we also got caught off by a lot of technical difficulties.
There's part of that, but also, I'm saying, like, all the other episodes, I don't think we've really rated them very well. So out of 10, what would you give that first beer that you had, the Coors Organic?
Well, are we... fuck, I do this every time. Are we doing it in the category of light beers? We're doing it in the category of all beers?
Just beers.
You know what I mean?
Just on its own. Does it get? Is it pass 1 to 10? Or 0 to 10, really?
And this is a high number, believe it or not. I'm going to buy... I bought 3 cases of this, but I'm going to give it like a 4.
So what is that? What would you give a regular Coors or regular Coors Light?
Like a 0.5.
Okay, so then it's a big jump, a very good improvement.
Well, yeah. Well, that's why I kind of ask, like, if we're gonna say where would you rate this beer in regards to the big 3: Budweiser, the Miller, and the Coors.
Oh, okay.
In general, I would give this a 10.
Compared
and then
to
where would you give this? Like light beer as a whole, I would give it 7. Because there's a couple other light beers I like more than this one.
Okay.
But then beer is, and you know, we're talking fucking like...
You've been to Bavaria. Like, you
well,
have
not
a different
even just
experience.
Bavaria, but I've been... I mean, you and I, we've probably drunken... I've probably had at least 300 different brands of beer. You know what I mean? Like,
I kind of tried to. There's one of those things that, like, on Facebook or something, where you can, like, rate all, which beers have you tried? And I did it. It was 10 years ago, and it was like, it's 180. Oh, that's a lot of beers.
yeah, exactly. Like,
oh my god.
So, if we're kind of like what's his name? Dave Portnoy and Pizza. When he gives a pizza a 6, that's a high score.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a really high score.
Like,
so for me to give that,
just overall. Yeah.
So in the span of beer, for me to give a Coors Light organic, the Coors Light Pure, I guess is what it would be called, Coors Pure.
Yeah.
A 4, that's insane.
Okay. I mean, you said the Coors Light is 0.5, so it's 8 times as good as Coors Light.
Yeah, I literally, like, if it's only Coors Light available at a barbecue, I might not drink. Like, I might.
Yeah, I like the idea. So we've always done, even in the Beercast, we always did a scale of 1 to 10. In the Beercast, or in the Beers with Braveheart, we would come up with a funny scale. I'm cool with doing that still, because that's just fun. But I kind of like the idea of coming up with a little bit easier rating, close to. We might have to work on this off camera, but I like the idea of, like, would you buy it again? Would you get a second one at a bar? Like, is that, something like that, right? Does that make sense?
I mean, that's how you know. We'll talk about it off camera.
Yeah. Okay.
But absolutely right. Absolutely right. Okay, Andrew, what about your first beer, which was the Flashpoint?
Beer is food too. Yeah.
Beer is
that was
food
good.
Too. Overall beer.
I think it was a little. Yeah.
We're gonna go to the specialty scales in the future.
We'll figure that out
later.
But
I want you to rank it 1 to 10 in all beers of the world.
Yeah. I don't know. It was like it was a 6. I wouldn't have been upset if I bought that if I bought it if I paid $8 for that at the brewery. Like, on tap, it's probably even better, but it's pretty hop forward, which I do like. Even then, it was a little extreme because, like I said, there was a point where it's like, oh, I'm drinking grass. There was a couple parts where it's like, okay. But it's fine. I'm not upset that I wouldn't be upset, and I would drink the whole thing. If I bought it, or if someone bought it for me, if I bought it, I would drink the whole thing and probably wouldn't order another one. If someone ordered me too, I would drink both and be happy.
Yeah, I get it. It's a solid 6, which is a really respectable score. That's insane.
It passes.
That's really good.
It's a D.
Yeah,
it passes. All right. What about your second one? Your Guinness.
Guinness. Man, I really don't want to insult Guinness.
Do it.
They're
They're one of the biggest breweries in the world. They can handle it. They chose to put in a coffee. Oh, I had a thing after you finished. I had a thing, but go ahead.
So, okay, I'll say out loud what I'm thinking in my head is, did I like it more or less than the Coors Pure Light Beer? Okay. And I liked it less than the Coors Pure Light Beer, which means it's less than a 4. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I might give it like a 3, and that's a kind 3.
So then what would you give just straight up Guinness? Guinness out of a can. Not out of a tap. 6. So it's half as good.
Oh, out of a can. Out of a can?
Out of a can.
Maybe which is a 4.5, 5.
I would think 5. I'd agree with 5 because it's a pretty good with the what's the carbon thing that they put in. It's a pretty close experience to getting it in a draft. Like, the can is definitely better than the bottle, which is weird.
Yeah, I fucking hate bottled, but
I don't like bottled Guinness.
A nice draft Guinness is very enjoyable. I'd probably give it like a 6.
It's just like
5.
It's one that just a Guinness at a bar is just like, that's kind of the baseline. It's like, oh yeah, I mean, it's almost like water. The only thing is they're heavy, so it's like,
yeah,
I don't really want to get anything else. But
yeah. Okay, what about your second beer?
Well, first, the other thing. So, I had the other day. I'm actually meant to text you because I thought you'd be interested. Coca-Cola has come out with a coffee, and by that I mean it's Coca-Cola and coffee, and it's exactly what you think it's going to taste like, and it's fine. It's okay. It's just like, oh, there's coffee. Oh, and there's Coca-Cola. And there's coffee. Oh, and there's Coca-Cola. I don't know how to feel.
What?
and I'm not really much more awake.
I tend to enjoy these things for different occasions. One is in the morning, and
it felt like, and same. Probably this seems close to the vibe that you were having the Guinness coffee one. It reminded me of the King of the Hill quote of the one where Bobby gets into the really cool Christian like youth group with the rock and roll guy who has a Christian rock band. It's like Christian rock doesn't make rock and roll better. It just makes it doesn't make Christianity better. It makes rock and roll worse.
Yeah. Yes. All of the yeses.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So what was the other one I had? Was this one? The Purple Tears. Look.
Pierce.
Pierce. Get Pierce. Pierce. Tears for fears. Pierce. I haven't seen you in years. It's really strong, and I think that is a selling point if you want to go. If you want to go for it, baby. But 9.6 is those last couple gulps was a struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe part of it too is that I had just had dinner, so my stomach is full.
Yeah.
That
That
be part of it.
Yeah.
But that's something. Hey, with beverages, that's something you got to take into account, right? If I go to Flashpoint and I get a bunch of tacos because they got a taco man there, I don't know if I'm gonna get this one because it's heavy, and I would get this maybe if you're only gonna get one beer, or if you just want to go. Well, like I said, if you just want to go for it, right? If this is the first beer you get, I would put this honestly probably at a 6. Also, it did taste really good, right? So except for once it got to about here, then it was rough. That's like, what was that? That's about 60% of it. So that's the last 40% was where the alcohol settled, and that you can really taste the 9.6. But it was very fruity. It was very light. It was crisp until it was in your stomach, and then it was heavy. So it's an interesting experience, but yeah, I'd put that at a 6, which is fine. I mean, it's a fine beer. It's going to be worth.
You're ranking that on all the beers in the world. A 6 is insane.
No, I think a 6 is probably about, for me, is probably about a baseline. I think if you're making beer and it's not a 6, what are you doing? Right? A 5 is an F.
Well, yeah, duh.
For me.
Yeah.
But
it's still better than 50% of the beers in the world.
Yeah. I think probably 50% of the beers in the world are probably shitty. How many people are making beer? Probably not all of them are going to make a whole lot of money at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Okay, before it gets too warm, I got my third beer.
Me too. Or what you got?
San Miguel Light.
San Miguel Light. Okay.
Is
San Miguel?
Filipino brewery.
All right, that's what I was going to say. I thought that I recognized that.
And I bought the light beer of it, which is
right.
Not their best reputation of a beer.
When are we getting Red Horse?
It was there and I did not get it. Okay, a little bit of. Okay. It has a better smell than the Coors Pure.
Ooh. Oh, it's very light. Can you hold it up the camera again?
Ooh.
Oh, that's like looks like apple juice.
It's a little skunky, almost like Corona Light.
Okay.
It's reminiscent of Corona Light.
And that's good, I think, for you, right? You like Corona.
I actually this is kind of nice. It's got a stronger beer flavor for a light beer.
Okay.
The history of San Miguel beer traces back to 1890 in the Philippines, where Enrique Maria Barreto de Yasquera de Esteban, yes, names are that long in the Philippines, established the first brewery in Southeast Asia.
Oh, wow.
Brewery produced beer and derivative products under the name San Miguel.
Huh.
Southeast Asia doesn't mean Japan and China.
No. It's India and Thailand, Vietnam. Yeah, Southeast Asia.
Yeah. 1890. Okay, skip ahead. San Miguel, Manila. San Miguel moved to the Spanish market, 1953. Da 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 da.
So does it
That's
say
all you really
like
need.
the founder was it a Filipino person or was it a Spanish person who was living in the Philippines?
Honestly, it doesn't. I'm on Wikipedia, and it doesn't say that.
That's fine.
Produced San Miguel beers, referred to San Miguel Pale Pills and the Filipino Pale Lager, produced by San Miguel Brewery, a subsidiary of San Miguel Corporation, established in 1890 by the original San Miguel Brewery, renamed San Miguel Corporation, 1960, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it doesn't really mention if it was a Filipino man or a Spanish man. Short, what I can tell, well, I know you're looking stuff up. What I can tell people is when you're in the Philippines, this is the beer you're going to find everywhere. San Miguel Light and San Miguel Pale Pilsen, which is actually fantastic, but you can't really find it outside of the Philippines. It's just a nice Pilsen. It's a German beer. And for short, it's called San Mig. San Mig.
Yes. So
Okay, go on ahead, Andrew.
Enrique Maria Barreto de Casa y Esteban is Spanish. He got a royal grant from Spain to establish a brewery in the Philippines. So that must have been 1889. They must have had. I bet you that's part of when they had control over the Philippines. So, yeah, cool. Oh, and
All right.
On September 1890, Michaelmas, the feast day of Saint Michael the Archangel, was declared open for. Oh, so that's why it's called Saint Miguel, is because it was open on the feast day of Saint Michael. Saint Michael.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, so you're
It's honestly cool.
you're a
can't
Michael.
wait for the day.
You're a Michael.
Yes. Yeah.
You're so
I can't
Spanish.
wait for the day where you
and
and
Filipino.
Andrew, God damn it.
Hey, I just had a 9.76% beer. Proceed.
I can't wait for the day where you and me get to drink a San Miguel Pale Pilsen out of a glass bottle while floating in the water in the Philippines.
Yes, please.
It's going to be a wonderful experience for you. You're going to love it. And then we're going to go get dinner at a restaurant, and it's going to have these German overtones where you're going to be like, yeah, I'll take a beer. And the waiter waitress is going to be like, yeah, go get one. And you're going to be like,
you go get one.
I don't know, when they say go get one, let me rephrase that. And the waiter or waitress at a restaurant in the Philippines and in Germany say, like, go get one. What they're telling you is,
I brings the
they're
food.
in a cooler over there. Just go get one.
Okay.
Come back to your seat, and they tend to. You have a coaster under your beer, like in everywhere, and you. It's like the honesty system. It's like shopping at Walmart with the self checkouts. You take a pen or something and you scratch a line in it. And at the end of the dinner, they go like, "Well, how many beers did you have?" And you have like 6 lines in the coaster. And you go, I had 6 beers, and then they charge you like $1.50 for your 6 beers.
Sounds good.
You know,
I trust you implicitly.
yeah.
Awesome.
So,
yeah, I'm down. That sounds great. Very cool. That's interesting that you
What's your next
chose a light beer that is a light version of a Pilsner, because the one that I got from Flashpoint is their German Pilsner called. Do you know what? Can you guess the name of it? It's German Pilsner.
Say it again. What?
German Pilsner. That's pretty straightforward. So I got the info on here wrong. This is not 8.7. It is 5.4%. 5.4.
Okay.
You know what? I should have paid. No, 5 is pretty normal for craft brewery. It's not that 5 is high. It's that the most domestic beers are low.
Yeah, I guess this is 5%. I should have told you.
Yes, 5%. Again, no IBU. I think maybe they just don't do IBU. They don't give a shit about IBU scores at Flashpoint, but got a little too much hat on here. There we go.
Hey, give it the fingers.
My finger's wet. It's a nice color.
Ooh, nice.
Carbonation is nice.
Yeah. Very clear.
Pretty
Very
clear.
German Pilsner.
Very German, pretty classic. The head is nice and foamy, but the bubbles are sticky.
Prost.
Cheers. Prost. Yep, that's a Pilsner. That's about as classic a Pilsner as from what I've experienced as it gets.
Yeah, I'd be curious. By the way, I'm sure you're gonna know your palate and whatnot, but I personally believe drinking a high alcohol beer and an IPA is gonna throw your palate off before you drink this one. So if you had drinking this one first, it should taste different.
Well, if I had done the the information on them correctly, I would have changed the order. I thought it was ending on the high alcohol beer, but
honestly, I like to go light at the end of a night. So at the end of our podcast,
yeah, this actually was probably the good way to go. But yeah,
it's good. Talk to me. What are you getting?
It's good. It's pretty bitter. But not hoppy bitter, like malted, very malty bitter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's if you can imagine a Pilsner, like it tastes like it tastes. They nailed Pilsner. It tastes right.
But you said it's a little bitter.
Mm-hmm.
When you say bitter, do you mean like IPA bitter, or do you mean kind of like metallic?
Different, sort of metallic, closer to metallic, which could be the can.
That's a Pilsner flavor. Yeah. That's kind of like sorry, hold on. Sorry. Singha tastes like metal.
It's very Singha. It's very Singha-y. Very Singhish. Yeah, it's bitter. It's not hoppy bitter. That's not right. It's metallic. There's a lot of. It tastes like irony. It's good. It's decently light. Not too much after flavor, which is fine. It's mostly like while you're having it. Not really fruity. Not really whole hoppy. It's very malt. Yeah, metallic, very malty, very roasted. It's tasty. I mean, it's what you can imagine. Ooh, the burps are nice.
I'm sure they are.
Ooh, the burps are very nice. I like that a lot, actually.
Dude, Pilsner is the best beer in the world. It tastes good at the beginning. It tastes good at the middle. It tastes good at the finish gulp. It tastes good in the aftertaste. It tastes good in the burps, and your fucking piss smells great. It's wonderful. Pilsner's the best.
Pilsner's pretty good. Yeah, it's one. Every time I do this, I know that's like your favorite. That's up there. It's always underrated for me. I always forget, like, man, I actually like Pilsners. I should drink more Pilsners. Side note, when you are California way, we're going to fucking Rasselbach. We have to go to Rasselbach. I haven't been there, I mean, obviously in last 15 months, but even before then, the last time I went was with Joe, and then before that was with you. But we definitely need to go to Rasselbach while you're here.
Over Hollingshead?
No, we're going to both. I'm just saying.
So. I think we will have time, and I will be in the area enough. But I will admit, living in Hawaii, and I follow Rasselbach on Instagram.
Yeah.
And trust me, they are tempting the shit out of me.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter. I want to go to Hollingshead, and the funny thing is, it has nothing to do with the beer. I need me some pickled eggs.
Oh, they're so good.
Killer sandwich on some white bread.
Oh yeah.
Like, I need like their tuna melt on a white bread, and I just need to walk in there and have that old man make me feel like I'm one of his fucking kids.
Yep.
And just make me feel like I'm wanted and loved. Hey, people out there, you get your ass over to Hollingshead, and you be kind, be quiet, and you be fucking respectful, because it's a family-run establishment, and they put their goddamn heart and soul into that place. So you walk into that place, you wait your fucking turn, you say please, you say thank you, and guess what? You're going to love what you get in return going to Hollingshead. Because my God, I love and I miss that place so much.
Even when you're wearing a Bears hat, they are nice to you if you're kind back.
Nice.
Don't bring up Aaron Rodgers. Leave it alone. But
I wouldn't.
No,
I wouldn't really talk about football in there unless it's about
No, you
Packers.
wouldn't. You wouldn't at all. I mean, you're not paying it. You don't give a shit about football. That's fine. But yeah, man, I miss Hollingshead a lot. I'm very excited.
Man.
If you've watched this channel at all, or if you watched Beers with Braveheart at all, you know about Hollingshead because that's my favorite place. Like since Fiorito's closed in Los Alamitos, that's where I want to go for my birthday every year. That's where I want to go.
Yeah.
I want to go to Hollingshead. So last year really sucked because we couldn't go. But I miss that place. I have a mug with my name on it. That's what you should get. Even though you live in Hawaii, you should get a mug with your name on it. Just take up space there. It's only I think it's only like $10. But Matt, like having a mug, you have a space there, like forever. Like
not forever.
Well,
they're gonna reach a point where they're gonna start deleting names that don't get used.
No, they've expanded. They bought the business next to them and expanded. They've just gained more room.
You know what? Honestly, we got to go to Anagran. But you know what? You might need to cut out a little chunk about us complimenting Hollingshead and tell them, because me ranting about them, I genuinely love that place. And you know the funny thing is, it's just a sandwich, and it's just a little deli shop that serves beer in the back. It's nothing special. But it's good bread.
All right, I'm gonna take. I'm not gonna say it's nothing special. It's very simple. It's very special because it's not just a sandwich. It's like a sandwich your mom would make you when you were a little kid. Plus a little extra because you're paying for it.
Yeah.
Plus big old beers, and there's more beer over there, and there's beer over there.
Yeah, and they do corkage. So if you find a beer that they're selling,
you just have it right then and there.
$2, right? It's
something
fucking
like that.
$2.
It's not
to open the beer you purchase off the wall.
Yeah,
that's insane.
We literally, man, I'm so glad that you stumbled upon that place because that became. I mean, obviously it's my favorite place, but then when I started at the Fullerton at the writing program, my friend that I made in the writing program, we became friends because he was also a Packers fan. So then you showed me this place, and it was like, you might remember Nick. I know that there's a lot of people, but he had the goatee. We would go there, and we were safe. But we would go there before class and have a sandwich and a couple beers and then drive to class. And then there was when we finished the program, we bought beers for our favorite professor. It's like, dude, let's get Bob some beers. He's like, okay. And we bought him beers. Like, hey Bob, we bought you a beer. I'm like, oh, thank you. He was the professor. You would like Bob a lot.
You told me a lot about Bob.
Yeah. He chews on a cigar on Cal State Fullerton property all day. He just has it, and it's a non-smoking campus. Like, I'm not smoking it. Like, all right. Well, you better not. But I had a 10% alcohol beer earlier. Oh. Nice.
Happy July 4th, everybody.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, it's weird. That's. I mean, it's on a Sunday. We get Monday off. Do you get Monday off? Yep. All right.
And here, it's not really about July 4th, but it's about there's a huge. I can't pronounce it to save my life, but there's a major Hawaiian holiday. At the same time, they put it there on purpose. That's like Hawaiian Independence Day, and basically, it's all about like Hawaiians trying to reclaim their land, deservedly so, for anybody who's watching.
Yeah.
And thinks, because I'm white and bald and what I just said with trying, thinks I'm just some shitty asshole who's against them. I'm not. I'm in full support. I don't think Hawaii should be a part of the United States whatsoever. I think it was robbed. I will openly say that on
But
camera.
they're trying because it's an uphill battle.
Yeah, no, they're trying.
The United States military is very strong.
Dude, there's so many fucking bases on this island. Like 1 in 4 people on the whole island is in the military. It's great.
Yeah.
You know? That's beside the point. But yeah, it was a celebration weekend. I'm gonna drink a lot of Coors Pure tomorrow. I bought everything they had at Walmart.
I'm drinking 35 Coors Pures and 3 more Guinness coffees. Wow. Yeah, you were right, man. The Pilsner was good. It was consistent. That's what's good about Pilsners. They're consistent all the way through. Yeah. It didn't really get heavy at the end. That last sip was as pleasant as the first one, except it was a little warmer, I guess, technically. But, all right, so you had the San Miguel Light. What do you get out of 10? And then also out of for light beers.
Yeah, maybe 4.5.
4.5. You know okay, a little bit better. So you prefer that over the Coors Pure?
Depends on the day. You know what? I'm going to give it a 4. I'm going to bump it down to the same as the Coors Pure. It really depends on the day which one I'm going to want to drink. Tomorrow it's Coors Pure.
So 4, give or take, 0.5. So,
yeah.
Okay.
I would say flavor-wise, it's slightly better than the Coors Pure.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's also... It is a light. It is a light. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And remember, today, everybody watching, today we are ranking beers versus every beer in the fucking world. So a 4 and a 4.5 is an insanely great score.
Well, that's also what we've been doing for Beers at Braveheart from before. Is it was always out of 10, just in general, the beers that you've had. I guess so. It's not really. That's what's interesting is it's not so much out of all the beers in the world because we can't drink all the beers in the world. But I guess it's closer. It's been closer to.
Asshole.
Okay. All right. It's very improbable that you can have all the beers in the world. But we have not yet had all the beers in the world, so it's just what we've had so far. So it's like the quote from The Dark Knight when Rachel asks Alfred, "So you've known Bruce his whole life?" And she goes, "No, not quite yet, sir. Not yet, miss. We haven't seen it yet, but yeah, I like the idea of coming up with a little bit more." I guess relatable score because it's hard to do out of 10. It's hard. Like, I don't know.
It's just like movies. It's got to be like if you're at a hotel and it comes on the TV, are you going to keep watching? You know what I mean? Like
exactly. So what we did way back, it's not on the internet anymore, but when we did This Week in Nerd with me, Jamie, and he shall not be named, we had Jamie's score for movies is if you... Basically, it was, would you pay $4, $8, or $12 to go see this in theaters, right? Are you gonna go to the fancy theater? Are you gonna wait until it comes to the discount theater? Or are you gonna go to the shitty middle theater, right? So, we'll come up with something like that. I like the idea of at a bar. I don't know, like would you buy a 6-pack of this at home? Something like that, but. For now, you said a 4.1 ish, a little bit higher maybe than Coors, but just because today.
If I had to guess for other people, and I shouldn't, I'd say it tastes better than the Coors Pure. It's got a more bitter, it's got a stronger flavor. So yeah, I'd say I honestly think it's the same score because it's a real crapshoot which one I would pick walking through the grocery store on a random day.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And there's different attributes that you like about one versus the other, so it probably average to probably about the same. Okay, that makes sense. All right.
Exactly.
So I have for the Pilsner. That was probably the most pleasant one that I had today. I would probably I'd give it a 6.5. I think just because I enjoyed it better than the other two. I think this is This is a little bit stronger thing to start with. If I had the choice to start off at a brewery, I might start with a Pilsner because it's it's pretty light alcohol. It's got to be consistent. If they do a Pilsner correctly, you know what you're getting. It's not my favorite type. It's not my favorite. I really like those good, like light, crisp double IPAs. Like honestly, my favorite beer is, and you can probably guess, it's pretty much a tie between Pliny the Elder and Two Hearted. Bell's Two Hearted. Yeah, it's just like I can drink those literally all day. As I did at your bachelor party in Lake Havasu, is I just got a 30 rack of Bell's Two Hearted, and just that's what I drank the whole time, and it was great. I had the best time. That one's good in the hotel room. It's good in the car on the way to the river, and it's good in the river. But Pilsner, I would say, you know what? This is a good river beer. If we bring this to the river, or Big Bear, if I can find I'll grab a couple of these. You know what? I should do that. I should go to Flashpoint, grab a couple of these. I think you would like this one a lot. I don't know if it's going to be... What would you say is your favorite Pilsner? I know that's kind of a big question. If there's a brand name you can pick. Yeah, I know. I think... my point is, I think this would be maybe not a contender for the top, but like, I think you would thoroughly enjoy this. So, I give it a 6.5.
I will answer that question on the next episode. I'm gonna give myself time to think about it.
Which may be from Big Bear. We'll see if we can do that. Probably it might be.
It's going to be from Big Bear. Okay, we might have 3 or 4 episodes ready up in Big Bear. Like,
well,
you watch hordes of people who love our show.
Yes, so teeming masses who likes the show. We will do that.